We do continue to follow breaking news this morning. Rochester police are holding a briefing about an officer-involved shooting. Let's listen in right now.
Notice the purpose of this media briefing is talking about an officer-involved shooting at 234 Norton Street last night. Chief David Smith will address you.
Good morning, and again, thank you for coming on short notice. On April 15th, about 11:16 p.m., Rochester police officers were dispatched to 234 Norton Street, a multiple family dwelling, for a call of a person shot. The caller informed the 911 center that the downstairs neighbor had come upstairs, possibly looking for drugs, and then shot their friends, possibly 2 times. The caller then added that they were unsure if the rounds had struck anyone, but that the possible victim of the shooting was in an upstairs apartment. And the suspect in this matter resides in a downstairs apartment. It was further reported that the suspect also keeps a vicious white pit bull with him. Officers arrived on scene 3 minutes later at 11:19 p.m. After establishing a perimeter, attempts were made to call the suspect out of the building. At 12:31 a.m., the suspect inexplicably fired a shotgun through the door that leads to the exterior of the building where the officers were stationed. One officer immediately returned fire, firing 1 round from his issued patrol rifle. Neither the suspect's round nor the officer's round struck anyone. At 12:33 a.m., the suspect exited the building, and officers were able to take him into custody with a less lethal taser deployment. Officers then recovered a shotgun propped near the door that the suspect had shot through. While clearing the building, searching for potential gunshot victims, the officers' search efforts were impeded by an aggressive pit bull, which was then shot by another Rochester police officer, firing rounds from his service weapon. This is an active, ongoing crime scene and an active, ongoing investigation. We are at this time withholding the name of the suspect involved, but we can state that the suspect in this matter is in custody and acted alone, and that there is no longer any danger to the public or our officers. We will send out updates as they become available. And I'll take a few questions.
Was an officer injured in this?
So an officer was injured. It was not related to the gunfire. One of the responding officers, unfortunately, had a slip. At this time, we believe he's suffering from a broken ankle and will require surgery. But again, it just goes to show day in and day out how dangerous this job can be.
Is the suspect known to police?
The suspect is known to us. Again, as we complete the investigation and bring forth charges, we'll release all that information.
How important was it for the neighbor cooperation to let you know what was going on inside the house?
Well, it was very important. So the officers arrived, and as they arrived on scene, a lot of the residents had fled the location and met the officers outside and were able to brief the officers as far as if there was anyone still inside where the suspect might have been. Had they not remained around to talk to the officers, we would have had a lot less information. Okay, thank you, everyone.
You just heard from Rochester police. They're discussing an officer-involved shooting on Norton Street that continued into the overnight hours. Around 12:30 this morning, officers said that the suspect is in custody right now. They believe that that person lived in an upstairs residence. Coming downstairs, police again saying that that person may have been looking for drugs in a downstairs area before there was gunfire exchanged as officers were trying to apprehend that suspect. The gunfire from the suspect and officers in that situation did not injure anyone, as it came to a dog that was also owned by the suspect. Police say that dog was also shot out by officers as they were trying to apprehend the suspect and clear that scene. As we learn more, we will, of course, post updates on 13wham.com. But again, that suspect is in custody this morning. An officer was injured, but unrelated to the shooting. Police saying that they had slipped and gotten a broken ankle. But again, we will continue to have information throughout the morning right here on 13wham and 13wham.com.